going, young investors? Today we're going to be going over how to sell puts and calls. Now, in my channel, I've gone over how to buy calls, how to buy puts, how options work for beginners. Now we're going to take it another level and we're going to start talking about how to sell calls, how to sell puts. A lot of you guys have been asking. In this video, I'm going to go over it. So before this video begins, slap the like button and recommend this video to your friends. We're all young investors here. We're new, but that should not discourage us from learning. So imagine you have a ticket to a concert. You sell someone the right to buy this ticket from you at a specific price before the concert happened. They pay you a fee to just make the deal. If the ticket, for whatever reason, becomes more valuable, let's say the artist blows up, does something that goes viral, and the tickets end up costing more than what you sold it, they can still buy it at that lower price that you agreed on. But for whatever reason, let's say the ticket loses its value. Let's say the artist gets canceled or something happens and the concert isn't as popular. They likely won't buy it, but you keep the fee, but still have a less valuable ticket. That's the perfect way to describe selling a call. When you sell a call, you believe the stock is gonna go down from where it's at. Okay, let's say Apple hits $20. We know Apple is more than $20, but let's say it hits $20 and it goes to an all-time high. At that moment, you're gonna sell a call at $21. Your hope is that the stock goes down and it expires. Because when you sell a call or a put, you are given money. You are given money because when you're selling, you're agreeing to a contract. You're agreeing to a contract to sell before the expiration date, before the concert. Now, it could go both ways. It could backfire on you, or it can benefit you. Because in this case, if I sold calls and Apple goes down, I get money for selling that call. I get money for selling that call. If it expires and the stock continues to drop and the stock does not go above what strike price I sold my call for example, here we're talking about Apple, right? I sold the call at 21. Apple is at 20. Let's say Apple goes to $23, right? And it expires. All that means is I have to sell my contract, right? Because we made that agreement. But if Apple drops and it expires, Apple being below what I sold the call for, I keep the contract and I can sell it again next week and next week and next week. And I get paid every time I sell a call. I could get paid $200 per contract. I could get paid $100 per contract. I could get paid $30 per contract. Now, when you have a bunch of contracts, that money adds up. Same as with puts. Imagine instead of a ticket, someone pays you a fee. They pay you a fee to agree to buy their ticket at a specific price before the concert. If the ticket's value drops, they can sell it to you at the agreed higher price. If the value increases, they won't sell it to you, and you keep the fee. And you can earn money from that fee, but risk having to buy potentially a less valuable ticket. It's similar to calls except for puts. When you're selling a put contract, you actually want the stock to go up. Whereas with calls, you want the stock to go down. Now, when you are purchasing or when you're selling a call or a put in Robinhood, this is how you do it. You open up the option chain, you click on sell, call, set an expiration date, I would do like a week maybe. Now, a disclosure I do need to put out there is you cannot sell a call if you don't own a call. Okay? Now there's multiple ways to do this. You could either own a call or you can own 100 shares. If you own 100 shares, you can sell a call every single week. If you own a contract, depending on how long you own that contract, you can sell that contract as well.
But there are two ways to sell calls, okay? So you can own 100 shares or you can buy a spread, okay? Now, I'm going to go over both options. They're both great options if you want to generate income every week, which is what these strategies are for. Now, this is for selling calls, okay? If you wanted to buy 100 shares of Apple, right now 100 shares of 189, right? And you would want 100 shares, right? So you would buy that 100 times. So this is how much it'll cost to own 100 shares. Okay, you would need at least 20 grand. Now, if you wanted to do this with spreads, what you would do is you would come here and you would go as much as you want out. You don't have to go all the way up. But let's say I go April 19, and then I would buy a call, and then I would buy one in the money. So if I had, let's say I had 3 grand in my account, or 2 grand, right? Let's say I had 2 grand in my account, or even 1 grand. I could buy this, and I could sell calls every single week because the contract I own has value in it. People want it. The reason they want it is because it's below the stock price. The delta is high here. People can own it and earn money. It's making them money. Now, when you're selling puts, it's a little different. To sell a put, you need what's called collateral. Collateral is essentially money that is needed to buy 100 shares of that stock. When you're selling a put, you're risking buying shares of a stock at a certain point for a fee that you're given by the buyer. And that's as simple as I can explain it, guys. If you have more questions, please feel free to ask it in the comment section. I love to help my new viewers and my subscribers. If you want to learn any new techniques or option strategies or day trading strategies, please comment down below, like this video, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be doing more videos like this. Thank you all for watching.